Okay. Good evening. I call this meeting to order. Will everybody please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I love your binder.
The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meeting of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Cedar Grove Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be advertised by having the date, time, and place thereof posted on bulletin boards in the district, published and or transmitted to the Verona Cedar Grove Times and Star Ledger newspapers, tap into online news, filed with the township clerk, and posted on the district's website. Roll call, please.
Mrs. DiChiara.
Here.
Mrs. Miga. Mr. Pervulovich. Mr. Shoner.
Here.
Mrs. Dai.
Here. The meeting is open to the public for comments on items on the agenda. Seeing none. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
And then there were three.
Yes.
Quick
It's an Agatha Christie novel.
I think so. But we'll all be back next week.
Yes. Oh, that's
Exactly.
right, we are back next.
We are, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, hopefully we'll be quick
Yes.
this evening, right?
Yeah, we should be, yeah.
Less people to vote.
I think so, yes. We're gonna roll through it.
Exactly. Right? Zip right through. Committee reports, anyone?
I went to the North End FSA meeting, and I forget what night it was. I think it was Thursday. It was great. As always, they have a ton of great things going on there. They picked their 2 senior high school scholarships, which North End then gives each winner $500. So they've chosen those, but that is to be found out the night of the awards,
Very
who
nice.
won. New Jersey SLA, or SLA as they call it, that is, all the testing has been completed. And let's see, retiring, just, they've made special note, and I'm sure you guys will talk more about the retirement party, but Mrs. Johansson, Mrs. Riley, and Miss Letty are retiring this year. So 3 beloved teachers from North End. So sad to see them go, but happy to bid them adieu and best luck in their future endeavors. We love them. Just a tad on Mrs. Martin, her surgery went well. They wanted to talk about that, and so she's doing very well, so we were thrilled to hear that. The board is talking about their 2019-2020 big fundraiser, so that's already in the works because that's North End's year. What day is today, the 23rd? Jersey Mike's, North End.
That's right, yes.
It's the fundraiser, so get your Jersey Mikes if you haven't eaten dinner yet.
Or if you haven't, you want to go back?
And you
go
want to
back?
go back,
You
if
can buy it
you
for
want
tomorrow.
dessert, you know, hey, why not?
Yeah. Jersey Mike's.
Yeah,
You do have
Jersey
great
Mike's.
cookies. You do have great cookies.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. And the big field day barbecue is scheduled for May 31st. And then a rain date of June 7th. But there won't be any rain.
No rain.
It'll
No.
be beautiful.
No
I
rain.
know, that's Dorney Park Day for the middle school. It's been known to rain.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Just
it
saying.
has.
It
That's
happens.
right.
So,
Big
So-
rain, big
Yeah.
rain, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of great things going on.
nice.
Great, wow.
Mr. Shoner?
Yes, Superintendent Featherman and I attended the retirement and recognition dinner. It was fantastic. It was heavily attended.
Attended,
It
which
was
is
really
great.
heavily attended. It was great speeches. It was great to see all these support of the administration and also with the teachers. And so it was really good. It's sad to see the teachers go, but like you said, they're embarking on the
Yeah,
next
chapter.
next chapter, and the speeches everyone gave honoring each individual person was really quite poignant, and it was very sweet.
Nice.
It was really very sweet. It was a lot of emotional moments there as well. So yeah, it was great. The other thing is the high school had the music department had It Takes Two, which is their theme this year for their concert, where they co-share with Vermont, a Vermont music teacher, and it was a great concert, a lot of fun. It was very animated, and I hope next year we have a lot more of our boys that go out for the music stuff. because when I walked in there, I was like, there's an awful lot of men on that, young men on that stage, and it was a lot of the Vermont. So I'm going to try to really reach out to a lot of young men in our school system to do it. But it was really great. And then after they had the concert, the co-concert, they went and saw the prom Broadway show.
Very nice.
A lot of fun, and it was great. I think everyone had a great time.
Great.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, we actually have a board presentation this evening, and we have Ms. Hill here, who's going to talk to us about the Gifted and Talented program. Good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I need the mic. Okay. That big enough?
Yes.
Okay.
It's great.
All right. This will be quick, I promise. I won't go too.
We appreciate
I'll
that.
make
Yes.
Oh, what happened there? All the way ahead. Just go back.
That's a little too fast.
I went real fast. There you go. Cedar Grove Gifted and Talented Program Expansion. Okay. According to state law, we should be servicing K-12, and at current, you all know, I'm only doing 3 through 8. This has been something I've been trying to work on the last several years, is how to do it. I figured it out, and this is what we're planning on doing. So K-2, the first part is identification. Classroom teachers, and I have spoke with them already, are going to be completing the teacher rec form we currently have. They're going to provide a writing sample and a piece of choice. Several of them have actually asked me, can I provide more than one? And I said, yeah, the more the merrier, because the data is what we're looking for. So if you have several things for a kid, give it to me. It's better to have it than not. Then the committee will meet, like we usually do, September, October, and we will make a decision on placement for K-2. Services. Identified students in kindergarten are going to be provided in services by the classroom teacher, because kindergarten can't start till later in the year, and I can't not have 2 classes for a while and then all of a sudden have 2 classes. That doesn't really work. So kindergarten teachers are going to have to take care of that part of the puzzle. But then after that, 1st and 2nd grade students will be pulled once a week, just like I do with the other grades, for a GT lesson with me. So that's K-2. Questions? Pretty cut and dry. I told you. Real quick. Now, 3 through 8 is basically the same. Nothing's really changing here. Identification process is the same. The teacher rec form will be completed by either the classroom teacher, the team, or any other provider of services that works with a child. For example, like at the middle school, the art teacher might fill one out, or the music teacher might fill one out. They are allowed to, so there's that piece too. We have the map, and I have an asterisk there because it will be NJSLA probably down the road. And the in-view assessments are administered. Students need to meet 26 on the matrix to be considered for the G&T program by the committee, and then we will make the determination September, October when we meet. Services, the same. Identified students will be pulled once a week for lessons with myself. Now, expansion up to the high school. This is where it's a little different, but not bad. Identification, what we thought about is at this point we've had them for how many years? This is where maybe we can take that advantage of that grandfathering. So if they've made it in 8th grade, we can grandfather them through high school, but the committee will have to review it yearly. Services, once a week with me during the ACE Learning Lab. Because we do labs at lunch, and it's an educational time, we can do it at lunchtime, because we have lunch labs. So we can use that time, because it is instructional time at the high school. Questions?
So I had a question regarding, so students who qualify in 8th grade, that'll happen in 9th grade. What about students next year who are in 10th, 11th, or 12th?
They're in.
So if they were in an 8th
Yep.
grade,
Mhm.
they automatically will
Yep,
be in?
I'm going to pull them back, because they're still identified as G&T students.
Okay.
That hasn't changed in Genesis. So
So if you're a senior, let's
Yeah.
say, and you were in G&T when you were in 8th grade,
Yep.
you're automatically going to be in the program.
and we talked about new kids in the district. I am sure the teachers, once they know this has started, will approach us and say, hey, we got this new kid sophomore year. They belong with you.
Okay.
Then we will go through the process and put them in the
So
program.
then,
if they
let's take it back. So senior year, that's automatic. You're in it for 1 year, you graduate, goodbye. 11th grade, though, so you made it in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So now you're a junior, so you're automatically going to be put into the program. At the end of your junior year, there'll be a yearly review.
Yep.
And so if you qualify, you'll be in your senior year, and if not, well, it was nice you
Yeah,
had
but-
it that 1 year.
But most likely, these kids,
Unless
just because
something changed, right.
Just because I did my homework. I looked at
Yep.
a lot of these kids. They're all kids that are high honor roll. They are
Right.
academically, they're there. Also, the other piece, the creativity, the tenacity, the above average ability, most of them have maintained that status over the years. But there's only maybe one or two that maybe we would have to have a discussion about. For the most part, we kind of know them by the time they're there.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I looked at my list, and I've spoken to a lot of them, because I was very curious as to what the older kids thought. And they've given me more input than I could even ramble out to you. So this is going to be very student-focused.
That's great.
Huh? Oh, and it's voluntary. If they don't want to do it,
Right.
they don't have, but anything, just like
Right.
any of this, if a parent doesn't want their child in.
Right.
So
they
no
can
matter
opt
where
out.
you are in the system, if the parent doesn't want.
Yes, because believe it or not, that does happen. Sometimes they don't want them pulled, or maybe sometimes the student's leery in September, not sure if they should do it. I always try to say, try. If you're not happy, you can always quit. And I actually had a parent at Career Day come up to me this week at the middle school and say, my child did not want to do it, but we talked to him, and he's so happy now. So he's glad that he gave it a shot. But if he wasn't happy, I would have let him. We're not going to make a kid do what they don't want to do. We're not mean.
Make my kid.
We're not mean.
In the high school, how often do you meet in the high
Right
school?
now, I would love to see them once a week. I would love to. Way I blocked my schedule for next year, just this is the hypothetical schedule. I got to see when it falls.
Right.
That I could probably go up there 3 of the 5 days a week during lunch. So depending on because it's a 4-day schedule, so it
Right.
rotates. So my hope is at least once a week to see like freshmen, sophomores together as a group, juniors, seniors together as a group. But if the freshmen and sophomores are working on something and I'm happen to be there with the juniors and seniors and they want to come and do what they're doing, they can come. Like, why not? I'm not going to say no. I'm
Right.
there. And I'm used to having a lot of kids anyway, so it's okay. The more the merrier. So and it's new, so I know there's going to be kinks, there's going to be stuff we have to work out, but we'll, just like anything, we'll problem solve it and figure it out as we go. That's the hope.
Great.
Oh, that's another thing. I don't know how much you guys know about G&T throughout the state, but right now there's a lot of changes going through the assembly, and actually it passed today, to improve K-12 services for G&T. Most districts do K-5, K-8 tops. You see very few districts that do 9 to 12. They try to pull off we have AP, but AP can be for any kid that meets the AP standards. It doesn't identify the gifted student.
That's right.
That's different. So the law is going to eventually make that change across the entire state, but we're ahead of the game. I went to my conference back in March, and I happened to be friendly from the county with the state G&T Teacher of the Year, so I was with her, we were talking, congratulating, blah, blah, the whole thing. And we started talking about what we were doing in our districts, and I said, well, we're going to try to expand back down to the little ones and up to the high school, and everybody was like, what? This is good. What we're doing right now, we're going to be ahead of the game. We're going to be forefront with this. So by doing this, it's going to be good. I'm very excited. It's going to be a lot of work. And we're going to make mistakes, but we're going to figure it out, and we're going to be ahead of the game. Because once this law comes into effect, I think they're looking at it for 2021, everybody's going to be playing catch up, but we're already going to be ahead. We're going to be like ready to roll.
Pilot it.
Yeah, pilot it. Hopefully it will start getting more of a curricular idea of where we want to go and what resources we might need to, for down the road, other things we might have to change. But we'll be ahead of the game, and I'm excited. And I've been working on this for like 2 years now, so to see it almost
Yes, no,
be
no.
there, I'm very excited. So, because about 2 years ago is when all this started to roll, and I heard it, and I said, I've got to make some changes. And they've been very supportive, so.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yes,
Sounds
thank you
great.
very much.
Anything like tomorrow, just shoot me an email.
Thank you.
I might be, out on the boat, but I'll get back. I might be on the boat, but I'll get back. I'm gonna put this away.
All righty,
Okay.
moving on. All right, you two have a lot of work. Okay?
Yeah, yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
gonna be tough.
All right.
Yes,
I'm going
yes.
to talk as much as you.
Thank you. Have a
Yes,
good evening.
thank you very
Have
much.
a nice long
Thank you.
weekend.
Yes.
Happy no snow day on Tuesday.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, from the Office of the Business Administrator and Board Secretary under minutes, can I have a motion for B1 through B3?
So moved.
Second.
B1 is a motion to approve the public and executive minutes of April 30th and May 7th. B2 is a motion to approve the budgetary transfers for the month of April. And B3 is a motion to approve the Board Secretary certification to the Cedar Grove Board of Education pursuant to the code as listed. Any discussion?
Nope.
No.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DeChara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dye.
Yes. Under bills, can I have a motion for B4?
So moved.
Second.
B4 is a motion to pay the following list of bills that were in our packet. Any discussion?
Nope.
Nope.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DeChara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dye.
Yes. Under business, can I have a motion for B5 through B something, B10?
So moved.
Second.
B5 is a motion to approve the use of facility agreement between the Cedar Grove Board of Education and the YMCA of Montclair. B6 is a motion to set the price for a half pint of milk at 75 cents and reduced price for lunch at 50 cents and the prices of paid lunches for the 2019-20 school year as listed. B7 is a motion to accept the generous donation from the Cedar Grove High School Spectrum student account in the amount listed to be used towards the purchase of a camera and other items for the yearbook. B8 is a motion to accept the generous donation listed from the Cedar Grove High School APT for the purpose of replacing the lower B wing water fountain. The new water fountain will be installed, will be a lead-free compliant drinking fountain with the bottle station. Exciting. B9 is a motion to approve the following security window film proposals. B10 is a motion to reject the following construction bids. And that's that.
Yes.
Any discussion?
No.
No.
Should we talk about what B10 means? So everybody understands, Mr. DeVita, if you wouldn't mind?
This is the second time we're going to be rejecting the bids. So by law, we're allowed to begin negotiations with the contractors who submitted bids. So we already have meetings set up to meet with all three contractors tomorrow. So hopefully at our next meeting on May 30th, we'll have negotiated prices and be able to approve that work.
Fantastic. Thank you. And thanks for doing all this to make it happen and get us where we are.
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DeChara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dye.
Yes. From the Office of the Superintendent of Schools, under Personnel. You showing us something tonight, I guess? Do you have a report?
Little something, something.
Fantastic.
Well, as we do the second meeting of each month, we have our superintendent's report. Well, this month I focused on recognition and retirement. There was so much going on this month in terms of teacher and ed specialist recognition and appreciation, the Retirement and Recognition Service Awards dinner. I thought I'd talk a bit about, the impact that teachers have had on my development, those who touched my life. And I had shared at the R&R dinner how folks in that room touched the lives of our children in a very similar way, and how special that is to be able to have such a positive impact on the development of young people. I followed that by listing the retirees in no particular order, aside from alphabetical. Now, our teachers of the year are listed there from each school. And then we also recognized service awards, folks that are here for either 10, 20, 25, 30, or maybe even more years. And these folks are teachers, as I said, ed specialists, support staff, custodians. Some of them you'll know by name, others you may not, but these are folks that have been with us a long time. And so each year we recognize them with a ceremony. And from there, as usual, we mention the Friday folder and just talk a bit about the special things going on in the month of May in the CGSD, at North End and South End. And again, I don't want to spoil it all, so I encourage you to read through that. There's just so many great things going on in music and in the arts, certainly with technology, the students participating in honor band, all kinds of great things going on in language arts at the middle school. Our concert choir had a special touch this year. We had fourth graders join the group.
That was great, by the way. I was there for that. It was great.
like
Other
that?
than the parking nightmare, it was fantastic. So,
Anytime you bring
A lot
those
of
youngsters
parents,
up,
right?
there was a lot of people.
yeah.
standing room only. So there's lots of great things going on. 7th grade and 8th grade, of course, as always, kids collaborating, giving student choice and voice. It's really what we've focused on here in the last good number of years. And so this newsletter is just about featuring that, things going on at the high school. And here's our friend Maria. We hope to have Maria at our next meeting on June 18th, not the 30th meeting, but our only meeting in June. we'll talk a bit about Maria, hopefully have her and her family here. We're dedicating the kitchen to her. She's been, well, I don't want to spoil it all, but she's been in Cedar Grove for 43 years now. And, it's just a feel-good story. I think you'll love meeting Maria. So, thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, moving on. So, can I have a motion for S1 through S18?
So moved.
Second?
S1 is a motion to approve the superintendent's report. S2 is a motion to affirm the superintendent's report on harassment, intimidation, and bullying from May 7th. S3 is a motion to approve Rachel Gurman, our teacher, Cedar Grove High School, for the rate listed. That's very exciting. S4 is a motion to retroactively approve patient Rastamji as a substitute teacher at the rate listed. S5 is a motion to approve the extension of employment contract for Adam Friedberg, World Language Leave Replacement Teacher, to include May 30th. S6 is a motion to approve the following as a substitute teacher at the rate listed for the 1920 school year. S7 is a motion to approve the following staff for summer custodial and maintenance work at the rate listed. S8 is a motion to accept the resignation of Lisa Geller, paraprofessional, North End. S9 is a motion to approve the revised job description for the position of the Guidance Office Secretary. S10 is a motion to reemploy and set the salaries for the tenured professional staff members listed below for the 1920 school year. S11 is a motion to reemploy and set the salaries for the non-tenured professional staff members shown below for the 1920 school year. S12 is a motion to reemploy and set the salaries for the tenured secretarial staff members shown below for the 1920 school year. S13 is a motion to reemploy and set the salaries for the non-tenured secretarial staff members shown below for the 1920 school year. S14 is a motion to reemploy and set the salaries for the custodial staff shown below for the 1920 school year. S15 is a motion to approve Melinda Milano, South End Grade 1 teacher at the rate listed. S16 is a motion to authorize attendance at the following events. S17 is a motion to approve the following leaves of absence. And S18 is a motion to approve the following students for classroom observation. Any discussion?
No.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DiChiara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dai.
Yes. Under contracts, can I have a motion for S19?
So moved.
Second.
S19 is a motion to approve the following contracts for special education students as recommended by the Director of Special Services for the 1920 school year. Any discussion?
No.
No.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DiChiara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dai.
Yes. The meeting is open to the public for comments on items on or off the agenda. You're not getting up there, are you there, Mr. Gaines?
Yeah,
It's like, what's going
I
on?
thought he was gonna get up.
Nice. Seeing none. All right. Announcements of special meeting. Oh, yes. Thank you kindly. Since we like to meet so much, we're going to meet again next Thursday.
No, exactly.
When the gang will all be back together again, so that is next Thursday, not Tuesday, Thursday, May 30th, because we like to switch it up a little bit. Because, I don't know why. Time change, however, if you get here at 6:30, we won't be here. We will be here at 7:30. So 7:30, there's no executive session. So 7:30, public session, right? Okay, fantastic. And then, just so you know, for future reference, when you want to come back for more meetings, June 18th and July 23rd, we'll be back to 6:30, unless we say otherwise. Unless we change the date. Anything's
Yeah, we
possible.
could.
But we'll be here next Thursday at 7:30.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
No, that's it.
All right, well, I'm glad, because some of you were able to show up, so we
We
can
were,
have a meeting.
yeah, we're here.
Just scrape by.
All right, well then, one last time, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
You guys did awesome.
I know, we did awesome.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. DiChiara.
Yes.
Mr. Shoner.
Yes.
Mrs. Dai.
Yes. The meeting is over. Everybody have a lovely, really long weekend. Thanks to the
Yes.
lack of snow this year. So, have a good evening, everyone.